What's up guys, it's Eric here. Today we are about reviewing Dish Soap, one of the best players in North America. I can't say rank 1 anymore because Kyun actually got that title from him, and he's actually dropped down a little bit. He's probably like rank 9 now or something. So yeah, is he slacking or what? Actually, he's more trying out a lot of different comps, playing very flexibly, learning a lot of lines, because for him, especially, LP is pretty fake right now. The only thing that matters is him being able to learn going ahead of regionals, which is going to happen later this month. So gaining as much knowledge as possible for regionals while potentially sacking a little bit of LP, I think that's completely fair. And it allows Dish Soap to play really cool comps like the one he played this game, which, you definitely don't see all the time. This video also is going to be sponsored by Tactor. I'm continuing my partnership with them, and as part of that, I'm going to have a link in the description down below to the comp that Dish Soap played this game, a guide that I wrote on Tactor, so you guys can get a little bit of extra insight into how to play this comp. But yeah, speaking to sort of Dish Soap's Giga Flex, fuck it, play whatever kind of mentality. I'm past 1 minute in the video, so actually that's probably fine to say, though I probably shouldn't have said it. He actually just takes branching out here, gets a Targon Spat, and then rerolls it immediately into a Slayer emblem. He sees Slayer emblem and he says, okay, we can play Slayers this game. I think he thought that the trying to play around Targon Emblem would be a little bit too hard, but Slayer Emblem with this Kale Opener, with this Galio, could actually definitely work. So he's going to go for that. This is Petricite Forest, so he has a ton of item anvils that he still needs to open here, but I think right now he's just kind of, he's figuring out what his board's even going to be. So he's going to do this just to make 10, knows that he's going to play on a bit of a loss streak, but it'll allow him to make 10. He knows that his board's not super strong right now, and then hopefully he can spike either, like end of this stage or early next stage. This is actually, because he got this 3-cost duplicator, this reminds me of what Garchomp Pro theorized at the end of set 8, or actually probably all throughout set 8. I think he was doing this all throughout set 8, but I only heard it from him during set 8. His thought process was when you get a 3-cost duplicator like this, you should play Lost Streak stage 2. Because if you don't play Lost Streak, it's going to make it really hard for you to hit your econ intervals. This was back when you would get, like, the duplicator would basically replace 3 gold. Now at least it only replaces 2, so it's at least a little bit better. But you can Lost Streak during stage 2, and then spike really hard 3-2 by rolling down on level 6 and then using the duplicator to finish one of your pairs, which makes a ton of sense. Like, I honestly probably should have done this a little bit more, so I'll give you guys that tech that I stole from him at the start of this video. Quinn with Sword on Carousel looks beautiful for what we want. So yeah, we are going to pick up this Quinn, and we know what comp we're playing. We're going to play around Quinn entirely this game. But yeah, I do want to say, like, this comp I've seen perform really well in the B patch so far. I don't know what it is exactly, because I don't believe they buffed this comp at all, actually. Like, I don't think they buffed Quinn. If they did, please correct me. But yeah, I don't believe Quinn's actually any better than she was prior to the B patch, or prior to, 12, 13. What big number are we on? 13? I don't know, 0.20, whatever the 0.20 is. Like, there were no changes to Quinn as far as I understand. I don't think there were changes to Kale or anything like that. Obviously, there were changes to Fiora, but I don't think that is sort of what, like, makes or breaks this comp. But in any case, the comp has looked really good in the games I've seen. All the games where people have hit Quinn 3, that Quinn has absolutely been tearing up boards and making it very easy to play for a top 4, maybe even a top 2. So we'll see how the game goes for Dish Soap, how he plays it. But yeah, I think this is sort of an underplayed comp right now that I think a lot of people are going to do very well with when they start to play it more and understand how good it actually is. Wajan Iverson here took the pumping up and has an RFC slammed already. So he's going to play either Neela or Mordekaiser probably from that position. There's the Sona actually. So we've naturaled 5 Demacia, which is really nice. Means we don't have to roll that much for 5 Demacia. I'm curious when he actually starts to roll. And he's going to start popping his items. He pops this item now, actually, potentially to give him bench space. He is just immediately going to grab the tier. This is interesting. So he's popping items a little bit early before he even has full information, just to sort of, like, to get some, like, brain space. Like, he knows he wants to make something like maybe a Warmogs, or not a Warmogs, but a Redemption, or maybe an Adapticone. Takes the Rod here, and he takes the Bow. I mean, I'm out of my element. Oh, okay, so he's gonna go Morello's on the Sona here, and then Declaw here. I like Declaw, though. Sadly, we just stole our Radiant item off Quinn, which I assume is not ideal. I don't think he wanted to do that. But yeah, Morello on Sona is something that you saw a lot of people doing last patch when they were playing towards the multicaster. It's just a very solid item because she, as you can see, when when she casts, she hits like the entire board. Like she's a very good user of it. Augment-wise here, I don't think any of these are amazing. Maybe Three's a Crowd is playable. I mean, Three's a Crowd should be pretty good in this comp, right? Yeah, and he does take it. Nice. Okay, so we are going to 3-2 it and roll a good bit. Gets the Rek'Sai. Really would like to find a Quinn 2 here. The question, he probably doesn't want to use Duplicator here. I would be really tempted to roll a little bit more. He does roll a bit more. Okay, and then he finds the Quinn 2, and then we're done. Okay, so a bit of a scary roll down. It's going to be okay, though. We can make 10 as long as we win this fight. We've spiked really hard, and we've maintained the Duplicator, which is really nice. We could use it on Sona if we want. I assume we have to make 10 here. But I think he's just going to use it to look for Quinn 3 later. That's the other thing, right? If you're playing like a reroll comp like this, oh my god. And there's the Sona 2 and a Fiora to add to it. Very nice. But we can't play the Fiora just yet, unless we want to play it over Poppy, which honestly, looking at it, like maybe it is better than Poppy. But yeah, this is going to be his setup. This is just 5 Demacia, 4 Slayer on 6. This is what the Slayer Spat does allow. And he does have Slayer Spat on this Sona. I wonder if it's going to move over to Fiora later, or if we're just going to leave it on. Like, how much damage is Sona doing here? Because it kind of looks like, yeah, she dealt 3,400 damage. Holy. Yeah, maybe the Sona is actually a beast with this item. Quinn item here, we have the IE made. I think most people tend to go for like IE Last Whisper. He is going to go for that glove there. I don't know if that's for LW or for something else, but I think people really like that setup on Quinn just because not only does the Last Whisper scale with the IE, but it also, you know, gets rid of armor. And yes, he is going to make the Last Whisper there. And now, lastly, he has the tier open, which best case scenario is Protector's Vow, probably. So you can play this for now. The question is what comes in next level. Are we cutting out of 4 Slayer? The problem with cutting out of 4 Slayer, actually, is that you're going to lose one of your 3 costs for 3's a Crowd as well, which is not ideal. I wonder if maybe we just add some kind of 3 cost like Karma, or 3 cost Bastion, maybe like Taric. Some kind of 3 cost that fits into the board, and then on 8 we make the actual pivot to 7 Demacia. That's what I would expect, but I'm interested to see what Dish Soap does this game. But as you can see, he hit the board stage 3, and he has won every single fight stage 3 after 5 lossing it stage 2. So like the perfect 5 loss into potential 5 win here, and you can just see the power of how stable this board is. He rolled a lot at 3-2, but like got rewarded very hard for it because this Quinn is just an absolute crank. I think a big change for this comp that, now that I think about it a little bit more, that I didn't acknowledge, is the Sona change this patch, where Sona, 1, she can do like a lot more damage, and 2, she can permanently buff the units. Like when she ults, she gives them that attack speed for the entire fight. I guess it's not permanent. It doesn't last until after the fight, but it lasts through the entire fight, which is really, really nice. I think this is going to be Protector's Vow. That's what I would think, like Protector's Vow Jarvan. And yeah, he just plays the Echo here. You could even like make the Vow on Echo if you don't want to move it. Yeah, and then I like this Reforge a lot. He's going to go for Crown Guard here as his item, and it's going to go on Galio, and then he steals the item off the Sona, but he wants to do that. He wants to Radiant Redemption the Galio here. Interesting. All right. I mean, I think Crown Guard's a very, very solid item on Galio. I would just want to get Jarvan's on items on Jarvan later, but yeah, second Slayer Crown would allow him to play. Okay, and he's just going to jump right into it. It also does give him a Quinn, which is really nice. He just needs to find the one. He needs to find the Kiana, or I guess he could high roll like an Aatrox or something if he wants to play 6 right now. There's Rek'Sai too, which is at least something. It's really dangerous to roll like below 10 here. There's the, oh my god. Okay, he hits the Fiora 2, and he hits the whatever this unit's name is, Kiana here. So now he is absolutely chilling. And I mean, he does want to roll a good bit on 7. I mean, this is just classic Dish Soap TFT. I feel like slamming really good items, rolling, like knowing the value of rolling. Like he knew the value of rolling there was insanely high, so he knew he was going to roll in that position. And he does end up selling the Sona and the Pop there in order to make gold because he knows he's going to be giga broke if he doesn't. He also knows that the value of rolling there is high because he wants to play for Win 3 this game, right? And so like you want to be rolling on 7 anyway. I know you're killing your econ a bit, but if it helps you maintain this streak, I mean, he's on a 7 streak now. He can spend 3 gold of econ to, you know, continue a streak, and that's well worth it because it's going to keep his streak, which is 3 gold every single turn. So makes a lot of sense. And now he's just 61 HP, 8 streak here. Just a beautifully played game so far from Dish Soap. I wonder what this last item is going to be on Sona. What do you prioritize higher here, Blue Buff or Shojin? I mean, you'd probably take either one of Carousel here, but I wonder which one is better in his mind, because he has, okay, this is perfect, because he has the option to take both here. And I think he's considering both here. Ooh, okay, I don't know what he actually wanted there. That was pretty interesting. He was kind of stuck between blue buff and Shojin. I would like to like look at the stats for it, I guess, and get a feel. But yeah, I'm not actually 100% sure what's stronger in that position, because blue buff allows the instacast Sona, which allows her to instantly buff the Quinn and instantly get that healing reduct on the entire enemy team. Shojin allows her to get more casts off over time. She does have a pretty big mana pool, so Shojin is pretty valuable on her. So I'm actually curious. This is a comp where like the fights are like mid-length. I feel like you aren't like one-shotting the enemy team super fast, but it's also not like it's like a stall comp by any means. You actually have pretty bad frontline at the end of the day. Like the fact that we have Fiora 2 actually like helps us have kind of a real frontline that we absolutely wouldn't have if we didn't have this Fiora 2. So it's pretty interesting. Also interesting is his positioning here with all the units on the right side here next to this Quinn, just to ensure that no one can sort of end up targeting her. It's really interesting because it kind of sacks a little bit of the Sona ult value, right? Like the Sona isn't getting ult off onto the Fiora a decent amount of this time, which is kind of wild to me. We are going to finish our 10 streak here. Beautiful, beautiful stage 3 and 4 from Dish Soap. I mean, just impeccably played. Man, like I said, like he's no longer rank 1 NA, but like he is still obviously one of the best players in North America. Just where I find like these really great players define themselves are in the really sort of squishy, like, oh my god, that's an Aatrox. The really not obvious plays, which is what Dish Soap did amazingly this game, which is knowing how deep to roll. Like, rolling really deep there early stage 4 is not something I think a lot of players would have gone for. I guess you just itemize Aatrox at this point. Is it ever RFC IE Aatrox? Like, you need to itemize somebody. Other option is GS LW. But, like, do you really want second LW? I don't know. I think this RFC item's not that bad on Aatrox. Oh, is he gonna go for another... go for another Fiora item? Oh my god, okay. Yeah, just sacking the Galio, moving the IE there, and then he's gonna RFC... I'm not sure. The Aatrox still? The Rek'Sai? RFC Rek'Sai. Holy. I mean, I think this makes a good amount of sense. Wait, where are Radiant items now? One's on Quinn, one's on Jarvan, and where's the last one? Because it's no longer on Fiora. One's on Quinn, one's on Jarvan. Oh, we're 5 Demacia, duh. Eventually, we're only 5 Demacia, so we only have 2 Radiant items, so we just moved it from Fiora to Jarvan. Oh. Okay, I like it. I like it at the end of the day. It's actually, I don't know, that's a really... I probably would have been really tempted to leave my Radiant item onto the Fiora here, but I think like getting extra tankiness onto this Jarvan is really valuable, and you'd been left like what I was talking about, like an RFC IE onto the Aatrox, which like it's not amazing on this Aatrox who's not really benefiting from the Radiant items whatsoever. So yeah, pretty interesting there. He is gonna go for the Nashor's Tooth here, which once again, wow, this ship is throwing me for a loop this game. Where's the Nashor's Tooth going? It's really not Rek'Sai. Like Rek'Sai, Nashor's Rek'Sai. I mean, I said surely not, but like obviously it has to go on Rek'Sai. But like Rek'Sai, Nashor's Tooth, Rek'Sai. What is this? But yeah, you can see like in these late fights, like let's look at how much damage Quinn does in this fight. She actually didn't get too many like high value ults off. She just autoed a lot, but still got like 8k. Also, I literally just moved my phone. I recorded last video, which is actually going to come out after this one, but I recorded the video that's probably coming out tomorrow, and I pulled my phone off my desk, put it right back on my desk, and then it buzzed again. So sorry. So look, it's just a part of my videos at this point. My phone buzzing and interrupting the video. But yeah, I mean, 14 streak here. You can really see the power of Quinn, and I don't know. I got interrupted because Dish Soap was making some more crazy decisions, but like, say what you will about like the fact that he's not rank 1 anymore. Like, I mean, this guy is in contention for the best player in North America. Setsuko obviously put up insane performances this set, so like he definitely gets a little bit of wiggle room there, and you can probably say Setsuko number 1, Dish Soap number 2. But like the decisions that this guy makes, knowing exactly how much to roll, I think is one of the most important things you can learn as a TFT player, and it's one of the hardest things to learn because over-rolling and under-rolling, it's so hard to know when you're doing that. Last Rex item here is what? QSS? Oh my god. I mean, we don't really have a lot of AD for Renans to scale off of, so yeah, it probably isn't Renans. He does get another 3 cost to put in, which is this Darius. That actually gives him Juggernaut, which is a lot better than the random Taric, which gives us nothing right now that we're not playing Poppy. And then level 9, I assume we're just going to get into some 5 costs. We're probably going to get like a Heimerdinger in. Do we have any healing reduct actually? Yeah, we do have the Morello. So, I mean, the other option would be to just get into 7 Demacia, which, like, honestly, your 5 costs aren't that crazy. So, I guess we'll see what he plays here. It's actually really interesting to see what he will play here. The Rise is not even that bad, right? The Demacia Rise to give your front line some more oomph. Because this front line, like I said, like, it still gets torn through. Like, when we fight this board, we do a ton of damage, but their board does way more. Like, it just tears through our front line because our front line, it kind of sucks, I must say. It's not ideal. I guess you could fit in like maybe a Nasus here to get Juggernaut in. I still was really a fan. He added the Vel'Koz for multicaster and then got the Taric in for just some more HP for his entire board. I really liked having the Juggernaut in for the Aatrox just so that we had a little bit more frontline, especially once we find Aatrox too. I think that's going to be really, really valuable. We are fighting an Ionia board, and oh my god, the Quinn trolls. Oh my god, the Quinn, I'm pretty sure she missed like twice in that fight, or did 2 ults that were very suboptimal. That was very, very scary, but he does end up winning that fight, and he's guaranteed top 2 in this game. The question is, can he play for top 1? He doesn't have an open component. Like, I guess ideally, you would, I mean, you'd make Demacia Spat, but Demacia Spat doesn't exist anymore, so you can't even really make that. He's looking to get in potentially like Scion plus like this Mordekaiser. He wants to come in here. Oh, wow. Okay. Man. So, okay. So this was really far in advance. He built these items on Rek'Sai because he knew he wanted to move them over to Mordekaiser later. Because this is basically BIS Mordekaiser, right? Like really, really good in-slot items on Mordekaiser, but he built them on the Rek'Sai, knowing that he was going to just use Rek'Sai as an item carrier, get to Mordekaiser later, and then play that random Cassante too? I mean, I guess it's not nothing, but it has literally 0 synergy with the board, but hey, maybe it'll do something. But yeah, really, really smart plays from Dish Soap here, and this player has sadly hit a Sejuani 3, though. I mean, now this also explains the Cassante a lot. Look, I'm looking at a million things a second in these VOD reviews because I'm 2x speed. Cassante is probably the only way that we can actually beat the Sejuani. We need to get some items onto it, and maybe we can end up kicking it off the board. Though with the way they're positioning it, it's very, very hard. It's also kind of crazy to me that neither of these players has died. I guess Circus is the player with the Sejuani 3, but why is this Here Sucks player just been winning fights? Like, I actually don't understand. He's actually potentially getting scammed into a third here, even though I said it was guaranteed top 4, which is pretty wild. Hits the GP2 here, which is another way that you could sort of help deal with. It depends on who we're fighting here. He opts to just play it over the Cassante here. He needs the frontline from the Scion, slams a Shojin onto it, and we're going to fight our last fight, potentially, versus this other board. This is just a Mordekaiser board out of this person who absolutely deleted our front line, and looks like probably gonna be a third. I mean, kind of scammed here to go third. Oh my god, whoa! It was actually a second by 1 HP. Oh my god. Wow. He was minus 12, and this player gets hit down to minus 13. Wait, this was the Sejuani 3 player losing, no? Wasn't Circus the Sedge 3 player? I think or maybe I'm misremembering here. I thought they were, but maybe this is the Sedge 3 player, because I would be surprised if Sedge 3 lost. I don't know. I'm surely someone in YouTube comments will tell me about this, so I can leave that there to farm engagement from you guys. All right, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe. Once again, check out the link to the Tactor guide in the description down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.